Where are you going? Nabitin ang paghakbang ni Andre at niligaw ng kanyang ama. I am picking up Denise. Why? Again? He inhaled sharply knowing that he wasn't going to like the conversation they were about to have. Ilang linggo na rin niyang araw-araw sinusundot hinahatid ang dalaga at napapansin niyang hindi yun kinakatuwa ng Ginoo. So what? What are you doing with that girl, Andre? Must I remind you that you are engaged to be married to Nancy? Tiimbagang nainarap niya si Amadeo. Not that it matters to you, Dad, pero wala na kami ni Nancy. She broke up with me weeks ago. Halata, ang gulat sa mukha nito. Why? Kumibit balikat ang binata. To be honest, alam niyang tampo lang ang naging sanay na pakipaghiwalay sa kanya ng dating nobya. Gusto nitong saglit siyang bumalik sa Amerika para sa celebration and promotion nito. And as much as he was happy for her ay mas mahalaga, siyang bagay na inasikaso rito. So she accused him of not caring and said that if he was going to be that kind of man ay mas mabuti nang itigil na lang nilang relasyon. He was sure Nancy expected him to soften up and yield to her, which was what he would usually do. But for the first time, he just could not give a damn. Andre hated it, but he felt that everything that he'd done in his lifetime became superficial and empty. Sure, kapag nawala na ni Nancy ang lahat ng plano, magiging successful sila. But after that, then what? It's just not working out, Dad. Tipid na niyang sagot at nagsimula muling maglakad. And because it's not working out, you're diverting your attention sa katulong na yon? Si Denise? Are you out of your mind, Andre? Tiimbagang niyang nilingon ng ama. Hindi katulong si Denise sa bahay na to, Dad. And whatever I do with her is none of your business. It is my business. Pasigaw pang tugon ng matanda. People were rattled to hear that tone but not him. Hinayaan kitang umalis at iwanan ang negosyong pinaghirapan ng pamilya natin. I've let you become who you are right now. Kaya hindi na ako makakapayag na muli mong sirain ang buhay mo. Stay away from that girl, Andre, and fix your relationship with Nancy. Patamad niyang nilingon ang kausap at marahang umiling. You cannot boss me around, Dad. Matagal mo nang alam yan. Sarcastic kong umiti ito. That's right, but I can certainly boss everyone else around. He smiled back, equally sarcastic. What? You're going to fire Denise? Sa isip-isip niya, madali siya makakakuha ng kapalit na makakasama ng abuela. At ang mawawalang sahod ni Denise, walang kaproblema niyang pupunan. Go on right ahead, Dad. She would not be begging for her job, I assure you. Hindi hinintay ng binatang muli pa itong magsalita at tumuloy na siya sa kanyang sasakyan. He wanted to drive fast to Denise but he had some thinking to do. Ano nga ba ang ginagawa niya? His head being all over the place was not like him at all. Simulat sa pool organisado ng bawat parte ng buhay ni Andre pero simula na makilala niya si Denise, tuloy na nanlabo ang kanyang focus. And what was he really doing with her anyway? The past few weeks hindi niya magampalipasin ng ilang araw na hindi nakikita ang dalaga. She was like a fix to him. He needed a bit of her every day and it did not matter how hard he tried to resist holding her, kissing her. His efforts would just be in vain. He wanted her. Sa tuwing nakikita niya mga katanungan sa mga mata nito, gusto niyang alisin ang pag-aaral ng babae. He wanted to tell her that he was not going to hurt her, that he loved spending time with her more than anyone else. Pero tuwi na ay may pumipigil sa kanyang utak. It was telling him that he shouldn't be wasting his time with her. Katulad ng nasa isip ng kanyang ama, Denise was no good for him. She was poor and there was no way she could contribute in his life. For God's sake, na hindi pa nito natatapos ang pag-aaral. She was just so far from Nancy, the ideal girl for him. And yet Nancy was also so far from what he wanted right now. No other girl had made him feel this way, and it was driving him crazy. Well, you better decide, you jerk. Do you want her or not? Sarkasiko niyang kausap na sarili. Of course he wanted her, but did he intend to keep her? Suddenly he could imagine the life with her around. Her shy smile and curious eyes, her flowy skirts and long brown hair, bringing a blissful glow inside her house, their garden, at ang mainit na katawan na sa tuwing ay gusto niyang kayakap. Her sweet red lips and her skin so smooth and soft. He knowingly shook his head. He must be out of his mind. Because right then he knew that his decision was crazy, and yet he was more than happy to finally come to it. Naabuti niya si Denise na bihis at talatang hinintay na lamang siya. She was checking her very own garden, and big red bulbs of roses around her made her even more beautiful. Andre felt an emotion tug at his heart when Denise finally looked his way when he got out of his car. Her eyes sparkled like it always did, now when she saw him. Hindi katulad ng dati na palagi na lang ay takot ang naroon. Hi, sweetheart. He greeted and instantly planted soft kisses on her waiting lips. He then exhaled sharply, trying once again to set aside the urge to make the zipper and drag her to the nearest place where he could finally have all of her. "Hi," she said sweetly, pero naroon pa rin ang reservation. Andre could not blame her. All this time he'd been acting like he owned her, pero wala pa siyang sinasabi dito tungkol sa kung ano ba talaga sila. "Tara na, late na yata ako. Nakaalis na si nanay?" Usually naabutan pa niya si Aling Cora kapag sinusundo ito. "Wait, let's stay here for a while. Give me a cup of coffee, will you?" Nakalambong ang mga mata nito. "Pero baka hinintay na ako ni Senyora," tutol ni Denise. He chuckled. "Don't worry about her. Come on." Nagpatiuna na nga siyang pumasok sa kabahayan. Iniyaan na ang sariling sabihin dito ang kanyang nararamdaman at gawing opisyal ang anumang meron sila. Andre watched Denise gracefully moved in their small kitchen at hindi niya mapigilang pagmasdan ang suot itong manipis na kamiseta na pinari sila isa sa mga bulaklakin nitong palda. May kaiklian ang suot nito ngayon, but he knew that it was only because it was an old skirt na pag-aari na yata ng dalaga simula nung bata pa ito. It glided delicately in the air, showing a little too much skin than he preferred to see. Hindi niya mapagtanto kung paanong ganitong dalagang lumaki sa lugar na iyon, may ganoong kakinis na balat. It was faultless, and looking at her glistening legs, he could not help but imagine his fingers caressing them, raising them up while possessing all of her. Damn! Mura niya sa sarili. The desire that flowed inside his body was much stronger now. Hindi niya alam kung dahil sa pagdedesisyon niyang pag-amin sa nararamdaman ko o sa katotohanan silang dalawa lamang ang naroon sa malit na bahay ng dalaga. He swallowed hard when he saw Denise's oblivious face while she stared at the coffee cup at parang nagkandahila-hila ang kanyang kalamnan nang salubungin ito ang kanyang tingin. She must have seen the passion blazing from his eyes because he saw her swallowed hard too at namumula itong napayuko. Andre stood up and strode toward her. Tumayo siya sa likuran ng dalaga at pigil ang hiningang hinawakan ang kamay nitong nasa lamesa. He caressed and massaged it against the table while he inhaled the sweet scent of her hair. Hindi nagtagal narinig na niya ang pagbagsak ng kutsaritang gamit ito sa paghalo ng kape. He could feel her body teasing just like this. Gently, he cleared the hair against her back and started planting soft kisses on her shoulder, up to her neck. He was trembling inside. He felt Denise was so precious, so fragile, kaya halos mabitin ang kanyang paghinga at pagdadahan-dahan. "Andre," wika ni Denise at para siyang sinindaman ng apoy nang tuluyang sinandal nito ang likod sa kanyang dibdib. "Please, huwag mong gawin to." Andre had the feeling that she did not mean it, the way her voice purred and lingered in his ear. "Why not?" he whispered. "Dahil hindi mo ko girlfriend." "What if I tell you that I want you to be my girlfriend? That I am crazy about you?" "My girlfriend ka na. Yung kausap mo." "She's no longer my girlfriend, Denise. I've broken up with her." Mabilis itong napalingon sa kanya. Her eyes were still smoky with passion. Bumuka ang bibig nito pero muling nitong tinikom na tila hindi alam ang sasabihin. Pinaikot niya mga braso sa bewang nito para muling hapitin ang dalaga. "Now will you be my girlfriend, Denise?" Humugot muna ito ng malayang hininga bago namumulang tumango. Her eyes were sparkling with excitement and desire. There was nothing else he could do to stop himself from doing what he'd been trying to do. At hindi nga nagtagal, ganap nang naging isang kanilang mga katawan. He was almost lifeless when he finally fell down on top of her, feeling their sweaty bodies mingle with each other, their heartbeat racing against each other. "I love you, Andre," he heard her say. Inangat niya ang mukha at masuyong hinaplos ang pisngi ng dalagang hinahabol pa rin ang paghinga. And then he kissed her ever so gently, hoping that his kiss would tell her everything that he felt. Kabadong-kabado si Denise habang hinihintay ang reaksyon ni Senyora Soledad. Kasasabi lang dito ni Andre na ang relasyon nila at wala siyang kaide-ideya sa mararamdaman doon ng matanda. "Is that true, Denise?" Tila hindi makapaniwala ang baling pa nito sa kanya. Kagatlabing napatango lamang siya. "Opo." At parang may nalusaw na bloke ng yelo sa kanyang dibdib nang makita ang unti-unting pagguhit ng malawak ng ngiti sa mga labi ng matandang babae. "Well, that is wonderful news. I am so happy. Come here." Hindi siya nakagalaw nang yakapan siya ni Senyora Soledad. "I knew it. The way Andre would look at you. I knew there was something." Ginantian na rin niya ito ng yakap habang nangingiting napatingin sa nobyo na nakamasid lang sa kanilang dalawa. "I told you it's gonna be fine." Bulong nito at pinatakan siya ng halik sa noo. "Right, Gran? I'm taking her home now." "Hang on, does your father know?" Anitong biglang gumuhit ang pag-alala sa mukha. Maging si Denise ay napapapormal. Hindi niya alam kung nakakatunog na ba ang matandang Velasquez sa relasyon nila ng anak nito, pero hindi niya gugustuhin sabihin din dito ng harapan ang kanilang relasyon. Sa tuwing nang nagkakasalubong sila ng matandang lalaki, malamig na tingin lang ang binibigay nito at alam niya sa sariling hindi siya nito gusto. Kumibit balikat lang si Andre. It doesn't matter if he knows or not, Gran. It wouldn't make any difference. Tila pilit ang iting muling sumilay sa mga labi ng abera nito. Oh well, just know that I'm very happy for the both of you. Nilingon siya ni Senyora Soledad at masuyong hinaplos sa kanyang pisngi. Deep inside, I knew that you were gonna be more than my company, Iha. Salamat po, Senyora. Call me Gran or Lola. No need for Senyora as you are my family now. Okay po, Ola. The old woman smiled once again. That is so much better. Come on, sweetheart. Pagbabadali na ni Andre. See you tomorrow, Denise. Paalam na rin ang matanda. Inakbayan na siya ni Andre patungo sa sasakyan nito matapos halikan ng abuela. That went well. She smiled at patiniyaan nitong mainit siyang halikan sa mga labi bago sila pumasok ng sasakyan. Ilang minuto na ito nagmamaneho na napansin niyang hindi ang direksyon ng kanilang bahay ang tinutumbok ng nobyo. Saan tayo pupunta? Taka niyang tanong. It's a surprise. Pasuspense itong sagot. Sa mahigit isang buwan ng pagiging magnobyo ay napakalaki ng pagbabago nakita niya sa lalaki. Palagi na ito nakangiti. Parang may kalokohang palaging tinatago at ni ayaw simulan ni Denise ang epekto ng lalaki sa kanya. Hindi pa niya naranasan ang siyang naranasan niya ngayong araw-araw niya na itong kasama. Ngayong halos lahat ng atensyon nito ay buhos na buhos sa kanya. Ang matayog at kinatatakutang si Andre Velasquez, napapaamo niya sa isang ngiti lamang, sa isang halik, at di na siya magtataka kung isang araw magigising na lamang siya sa panaginip na ito. Dahil palagay ni Denise, imposibleng maranasan ng sino man ang kaligayahang nararamdaman niya ngayon. Maya-maya pa'y tumigil na sila sa isang di pamilyar na bahay. Two-story na nakatayo sa isang sikat na subdivision ng San Sebastian. Puti ang pintura ng bahay kaya naman mas lalo yung pinatingkad ang berdeng damo na malawak na bakuran. Come on! Ayaw ni Andre nang buksan ang pinto ng kotse sa kanyang side. Kaninong bahay yan? Ani ang atibuling bumaba na sasakyan. You'll see. Mabilis na nitong hinawakan ang kanyang kamay at giniya siya papasok sa gate. Maya-maya pa nasa tapat na sila ng pinto. You ready? Excited itong tanong na kinatawan niya. Ready, sagot niya. Kumatok munang lalaki ng 3 beses bago binuksan ang pinto. Surprise! At gano'n na lamang ang gulat ni Denise na makita roon ang kanyang ina, si Therese at si Joseph na naghihintay sa loob ng bagong bahay. Napamaang na iniikot niya ang paningin doon at hindi makapaniwalang makitang nakasabit sa mga dingding ang ilan sa mga posters ng kanilang maliit na bahay. Naroon din ang mga photo frames nilang mag-ina. Hindi makapaniwalang nilingon niya si Andre na abot tenga ang ngisi. Ano to? Bagal may kutob na nagawa pa rin niyang itanong. This is your new house. Welcome home. Walang anuman itong sagot. Mas lalo pang nanlaki ang kanyang mga mata. Nay, paano nangyaring nagawa niyo to nang di ko nalalaman? Muling iniikot ni Denise ang kanyang paningin sa malaking bahay. May 4 na kwarto yun sa taas, 2 sa baba. Sa akin natatayo na sa silip niyang fully furnished kitchen. Lahat ng mga kagamitan doon bago at tiyak ng mamahalin. Marmol at makintab na sahig at may carpet kung saan nakapato ang living room set. Ilang linggo din kaming patago nagpaplano ni Andre na. Nagustuhan mo ba? Ang bongga, Jay, ha? Ang ganda ng bagong bahay na to. Singit ni Therese. Matagal na rin nakawin mula sa pagbabakasyon. Pasalamat ka, sinabahan kita mag-apply kina Sir Pogi. O diba ang lain ng narating ng beauty mo, te? Si Joseph na at home na at naka-4 pa sa puting single couch. Andre, lingon niya sa nobya na hindi alam ang sasabihin. Hinalikan siya nito sa noo, pagkatapos marahang pinisil ang kanyang baba. Huwag ka nang magreklamo. You are my girlfriend and it's not nice living in your old house when I could get you a better place. Naluluhang napakurap-kurap si Denise bago mahigpit na niyakap ang nobyo. Maraming salamat. No, sweetheart. Thank you for coming into my life. Ang cheesy niyo, sir, ha? Ew! Reklamo ni Joseph na nagtakay pa ng mukha. Che, inggit ka lang. Pambabaran dito ng pinsala si Denise na kanatawa lang nila pareho ng nobyo. O tara na sa kusina. Naganda kami ng konting makakain para sa unang araw natin dito. Ani Cora na pinakaunang nakaalam ng kanilang relasyon. Tara! Siya na mismo humawak sa kamay ng nobyo at tinatak ito sa kusina na unang beses niya pa lamang makikita.